Hey guys, thanks for joining us here at Extreme Outfitters, your one-stop shop for all things archery, bow hunting, and outdoors. I'm Zach, and this is JR.
Hello.
And today we're going to break down the PSE Embark. This PSE and NOCK On collaboration is a budget-friendly bow that doesn't disappoint when it comes to speed and features. So let's go ahead and take a look at the specs, JR. What are we looking at?
Yep. So the specs are, we've got a cam, which is running the ZF cam, a brace height of 7 inches, axle is 31 inches. The IBO is rated for 327 feet per second. This is fixed at 80% for the let-off. The overall or mass weight of the bow is 4.3 pounds. The draw length ranges from 23.5 to 30.5, and draw weights you can get 60 or 70. With the colors, you have the two colors that you see right here. This is the Spec Ops and the Knock On Sika Green.
So a lot of options when it comes, or a lot of features I should say, when it comes to these bows. And it being a sub $1,000 price point, it really does offer a lot of features without breaking the bank, really.
Correct.
So great option. So let's take a look. What features does it offer?
Yep. So we have, starting at the top, we are offering a composite limb pocket, so that's going to save some costs right there. You are running the new precision bus tuning system, or PBTS as a lot of people like to call it, so that way you can actually yoke tune the bow if you need to. So,
which is great, right? Because at sub $1,000 price point, it still gives you the ability to really fine tune the bow itself. You don't have the shimming option, but
Correct.
It's the yoke tuning. So great is as far as options and tunability with that sub price point.
Correct. We have a removable grip, so if you want to run it with that grip, or you can run off the riser, you have those two different options. We also have an upgraded roller guard or roller cable instead of a friction slide, so that is, in my opinion, is one of the biggest upgrades you can get. It's going to really help save the longevity of your strings, right, and it's going to make it perform a little bit better too.
And then the other thing too, this is a cast riser, so that cuts a little bit of the cost of the bow itself. It's going to save you a little bit of money. And then the cool thing about this bow as well is you can take 10 turns out of the limb bolts. So if you're a new archer or somebody that's looking to get into the game and you know that you want to kind of grow into your bow, the PSE Embark is a really great option. You can take and start this bow. If you buy a 70-pound bow, take a bunch of turns out of the limb bolts and start at a lower poundage and kind of work your way up as you get comfortable, with your archery journey. As you get a little bit stronger and a little bit more in tune with what you're doing, you can slowly turn the poundage up on this bow.
Yep.
So it really is a lot of great features. So as you saw, we went over the specs, we went over the features. So what we're gonna do now is kind of give you guys some real feedback on the bow itself. Something we typically do is we shoot these bows at two different draw lengths, so we're going to do the same. We're going to shoot this bow at 28 inches and 30.5 inches, and we're going to shoot it with two different arrow weights. We've got, I think JR said, a 450 grain arrow, and then somewhere right around a 525 grain arrow. So we're going to see the actual speeds that we're getting out of this with arrows that we typically shoot. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head over to the range, and we're going to shoot these bows at 28 and 30.5 inches. We got the bow here now, and we're just going to check the specs on it. This is a 70-pound bow. We want to see that it's actually pulling at or close to 70 pounds. And then we're going to check the holding weight for you as well. It's pulling right at 68.5 pounds, and the holding weight is 10.4 pounds. So it's supposed to be an 80% let off. We said it's closer
to 85 on that.
Closer to 85%. So the bow right out of the gate, I mean, this cam is very, very smooth. And it does not feel like a 70-pound bow. But we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna shoot our light arrow first. This is the 450 grain arrow, and this is at 28 inches at 68.5 pounds. So let's see what kind of speeds we're getting out of it. .262 feet per second. So 28 inches, that's a little bit short on me. And the poundage is a little bit lighter, but still speeds aren't bad. 262 feet per second with 450 grains.
Yep, not bad at all.
I mean, if you're a new archer and looking for something that's comfortable to shoot, the Embark, it's there. That cam is very, very...
Yes, and with the specs on the bow too, it's a very forgiving bow too.
Yeah, 7-inch brace height.
Yeah. Go up just a hair, there.
So 525 grains, you're looking at 246 feet per second. So if you're at 28 inches and you're shooting a 500 plus grain arrow, it's gonna be a little on the sluggish side. But again, a bow that is just forgiving, like you said.
It'll be a pleasure to shoot as well.
Yeah, I mean, the draw cycle, the bow doesn't want to run away from you at full draw. It doesn't, like some of the other bows where it just wants to go right away. You can relax a little bit on it. And then again, the draw cycle, the curve is very, very smooth. So we're gonna go ahead and max this bow out now at 30.5 inches, repeat the same test and see what the specs look like for JR, someone that's shooting that little bit longer draw length.
We're back. I've got it maxed out at 30.5. Let's see what she's pulling.
Cool thing about it is again, with this bow is the draw mods, how quick you can change the draw length on it.
Yep.
How easy. Took us just a second. And
68.4 is the draw weight, holding 9.3 pounds.
so consistent.
Yep. All right, and we will start off with the lighter arrow, 450 something odd grains. 30.5. Yeah, very smooth, very consistent the whole way through. That was a little bit low.
286.
That's pretty good.
That's real good.
At 2.5 inches of draw length, big difference.
But like we were talking about too, one of the things we noticed is the draw lengths seem to be a smidge short for what they are. Because even you shoot 30 inches typically.
Normally.
And that 30.5 looks...
It feels just a slight bit long on me, but it's not bad.
No, yeah. I mean, the 28 inch for me felt really, really short. But what do you think about the draw cycle itself?
Like I said, it's very smooth the entire way through. There's really no dump to it.
Right.
And post shot, it actually feels really good in the hand. There's a slight bit of hand shock, but I mean, it's
very minimal, and there's no bars, there's no sights or quivers or anything to absorb any of that. So it's a really good feeling bow.
Yeah, just for a bare bow, I mean, it's a shooter, man. It really is. For the price point and everything too, it's hard to beat. It's extremely smooth the entire way through that cycle. I'm not feeling like it's wanting to torque on me or anything. .269.2.
That's solid.
Yeah, that's not honestly much faster than what you shot at 28 with that 450 grain arrow.
Right.
So if we're looking about 20 feet per second difference, which is kind of what I was kind of expecting, somewhere around 20 feet.
Yeah. So very consistent, very quality. I mean, especially again, can't preach on it enough. The price point that you get for it, that's sub $1,000. You know, $849 I think is what it's selling for. Just a good budget-friendly bow that really gives you a good feel, post-shot feel, with a lot of adjustability and a lot of features built into it. So let's head back over to our studio and recap this thing. So as you can see, the bow is putting up good speeds at multiple draw lengths, 2 different arrow weights. We're getting some good speeds out of it for what it is at that shorter draw length, and then really good speeds out of that when it's maxed out. Again, I thought it's just a very good shooting bow. Again, can't say enough good things about the draw cycle, especially for somebody that's new getting into archery. The draw cycle is very consistent. It doesn't stack in the front, it doesn't dump, it rolls over nice and smooth, and it holds really well.
Yep. Yeah, like you said, over on the range, it has a nice curve to it.
Yeah, nothing drastic in the beginning or the end. So it makes it a very forgiving platform. Again, with that 7-inch draw, or excuse me, 7-inch brace height, it's gonna be a very forgiving bow for anybody that shoots it. If you're somebody that's getting into archery, this is gonna be a great option if you're looking to maintain that sub $1,000 price point. And with an overall ATA of 31 inches, it's gonna be a great whitetail bow, tree stand bow, blind bow, just about anything. I mean, for me, it kind of falls in that sweet spot almost as a do-all bow. I like a 32-inch ATA, and with it being 31, it's for a lot of people, it's gonna be a great bow to go out and do just about anything you could ever want.
Yep, absolutely.
So, JR also was saying the color options aren't bad either.
Yep, I like the green color personally. It's a nice subdued green. It's nothing overly drawn out or too bright for the eyes.
Right.
So and it'll be a great thing, especially here in Eastern North Carolina. It's going to blend in really well with our environment here. So
yes. So you got your 2 different options. It comes with tons of features. The specs on it are phenomenal. A lot of adjustment for a new archer or even somebody that's experienced that doesn't want to just drop a ton of money on a flagship bow. So if you're looking for it, the PSE Embark, just a great option. So as always, we appreciate you guys watching. There you have it, the PSE Embark. And again, if you're a new archer looking to get into the bow hunting side of things, head over to your local shop, shoot the Embark from PSE. It's not a new bow. It's been around for a couple years, but it's still in the lineup and still a really great option.
It really is.
So if you're interested, if you're local, come by and see us here in Jacksonville, North Carolina. We've got them in stock. You come by and shoot them or shoot any of the new bows. Or if you're looking for any archery or just bow hunting equipment, make sure you head over to the website, extremeoutfitters.com, sign up for our newsletter, get locked into all of our exclusive deals. And as always, we appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.